Hey guys, it's Mario Shinigami here again today. I'm here to give you my second in my installment of Mario Kart Top 10 videos. I'm going to apologize first and foremost if my voice is a little off. I kind of have a cold right now. I've had it for a little bit, and it's part of the reason why it's been so long since I uploaded a video last. The other reason is just because I've been busy looking for jobs and everything. But anyways, I'm just going to tell you a little bit of how I came up with my top 10 Mario Kart 7 tracks by basically saying that I combined retro tracks and new tracks into one top 10 list instead of doing one of each or anything like that. And with this list, I didn't separate it with 5 from one and 5 from the other. I just combined the two of them together. Now, ironically, it still wound up being 5 and 5, but either way, it's just the way it is. So let's go ahead and get into the list. Coming in at number 10 is Piranha Plant Slide, which is a lot of people's favorite. For me, it's just going to get my number 10 spot, but I do really enjoy this stage still. It's very, very cool. I love going around throughout the pipes, and had a little bit of an underwater section area, which was really cool. I like the underwater stages in Mario Kart 7 for the most part. And really, just for me, the only thing I can really say about this stage is that it was really cool, really fun, and I think it was really good that they brought it back in Mario Kart 8. Nothing bad I can say about it. It's just a fun little stage to play on. For number 9, I have Rosalina's Ice World, and this is kind of a love or hate sort of track for most people. For me, I really enjoyed this track. It had some of the better underwater sections in the game as far as I'm concerned. Not the best, because as far as I see it, the one that had the best is coming up later on in this video. But anyways, I really enjoyed Rosalina's Ice World. I'm really not fond of ice physics too much, but I didn't mind the way this track did things, and it was a really fun track to get used to and everything. I had trouble, coming in first place with it at first and everything, because I was still getting used to it. But when I did get used to it, it became really fun, and it was really challenging just to stay in first place most of the time. So, Rosalina's Ice World, number 9. Number 8 on my list is going to be GBA Bowser Castle 1. Now, for me, I'm always a big fan of Bowser Castle stages, with a couple exceptions here and there. And the remake of GBA Bowser Castle 1 in Mario Kart 7 is definitely no exception. I know it's kind of a bit of a plain track, it's just got a few curves here and there. It also has that ramp and the boost panels at the one section of the track, which is really cool. But for me, it's just the atmosphere of being in a Bowser Castle, and the fact that it really does still feel like a Bowser Castle, unlike another Bowser Castle that I've played before. Anyways, for me, GBA Bowser Castle number 1 comes in at a clean number 8. And for number 7 is going to be GameCube's Dino Jungle. Now, I've mentioned this before, but I have only played 3 Mario Kart games, but this track in of itself got me interested in playing Double Dash. I still haven't got around to actually doing that yet, but maybe I will in the future. But anyways, for me, Dino Jungle was just an awesome stage. I love being in the jungle and having the dinosaurs around me. It was a really cool idea, really cool atmosphere. I love having the giant, I think it was a Brachiosaurus in the stage. It was really cool going into that atmosphere, and I have to give it number 7 for that. Next in at number 6 is going to be Mario Kart DS's Waluigi Pinball. Now, I have, again, not played Mario Kart DS, but this is another stage that makes me interested in playing another Mario Kart game. Waluigi Pinball was a very, very cool idea for a course. I love going around in the pinball machine, avoiding the bumpers and the pinballs, which seem to hit me every once in a while. It was just a really cool track. I can't complain at all about it, and I don't really know what else to say. It's just really cool. It's something you have to experience for yourself to truly understand how cool it is to drive around in a pinball machine. At number 5, I have Music Park. Now, Music Park is another one of those stages that a lot of people really like, and I am definitely no exception for this. For me, Music Park was just a really cool stage. I love going over the piano and the xylophone and hearing the sounds of the piano and the xylophone coming after me. It's just really cool, and it's a really nice track too. It's not too complicated, not too easy. You have to pay attention to what you're doing, and I love drifting, so drifting around these areas is just really fun for me. So yeah, Music Park, it gets me really good, and it wouldn't have been quite as high if it didn't have the music playing from the instruments. So yeah, Music Park, number 5. At number 4 for me is Mario Kart DS's Luigi's Mansion. If Waluigi Pinball made me want to play Mario Kart DS, Luigi's Mansion made me want to do that even more. Luigi's Mansion, I just got to say this already, that I already love sort of like haunted stages and haunted levels in video games, or just dark ones, because they're really, really cool. I love that with Luigi's Mansions too. You're just going through the haunted mansion, you got walking trees and ghosts and things all around, and it's just really, really fun to play on. I love the atmosphere. I love the look of the entire course, and I really just can't say anything bad about it. I just love it. So yes, number 4 is Luigi's Mansion from Mario Kart DS. The number 3 track for me is going to be Rainbow Road, and specifically Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road, because this is my favorite Rainbow Road in the history of Mario Kart. This level was just freaking awesome. I love the beginning, driving around on the usual Rainbow Road type of course on the rainbow strips or whatever you call those things. And then it just got even cooler when you flew over to the rings of another planet, which I always imagined as being one of the planets in the Milky Way and in our solar system. It was cool just driving around those rings, getting the coins. There was nothing that didn't feel cool. And what topped it off for me was driving on a moon-like surface. This just totally sold it for me. I was really loving this course before, and this part of the course made me fall in love with it completely. It was just breathtakingly awesome from the beginning to the very end, and that's why Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road is going to come in at number 3. My number 2 track is going to be Wario Shipyard. When I first saw Wario Shipyard and Neo Bowser City, I instantly said to myself, I am going to love this course to both of them. The difference being that Wario Shipyard actually lived up to my expectations. Wario Shipyard was just absolutely fun. It had an amazing atmosphere to it. I love the underwater sections of this course. I feel that they were the best in the game. I mentioned that I was going to talk about one that I felt was the best in the game with the underwater courses when I talked about Rosalina's Ice World. And this is that one for me. Warrior Shipyard, it's just really, really cool. I love driving around the shipwreck. And as I said, it's just that overall atmosphere, the underwater, the just coolness of this entire area that really sells it for me. And that's why it comes in at number 2. And last, but obviously not least for me on this game, coming in at number 1 is Nintendo 64's Calamari Desert. I mentioned this in my top 10 Mario Kart 64 tracks video, and Calamari Desert for me is it's really cool. It's got the atmosphere and the train and everything, and that's really the same thing with this. They did not change this track too much the way I felt that they changed a couple other tracks too much. Calamari Desert, it felt right. It felt like a true HDification, I guess you would say. It was just awesome. I love Calamari Desert. If you want to understand why, you can watch my top 64 tracks video. I don't really want to have to explain this again, but this one was just really cool with the train, the atmosphere, everything. It was just a really, really nice retro track that I really, really love. And that's why Nintendo 64's Calamari Desert is my number 1 favorite track in Mario Kart 7. And there we have it, my top 10 Mario Kart 7 tracks. Now I know that my voice probably sounded weird in parts of it because I could feel it sounding weird. It's, like I said, just that cold. I hope you enjoyed this list anyways, and maybe leave some of your lists in the bottom, the comments below and everything like that. And if, as usual, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. It'll really help me out, and you know, I just like having viewers, and feedback on everything that I do. If you commented in my videos before, you might have seen that I do like to actually reply to people's comments too. So that's something to look forward to if you're at all interested in leaving your comments. But yeah, do what you feel you want to do, and hope you enjoyed this video. Coming up next, my top 10 Mario Kart Wii tracks.